Sucrose Vs Charlotte. Sucrose's Hisuian Braviary has Shadow Shield, which means if this Pokemon's at full HP, an attack it takes will have half damage. It also has Bright Powder, meaning that 90% accurate is the highest accuracy any move will have against it, apart from guarantee hit moves. Hisuian Braviary also has a pretty good moveset, with Magnet Bomb helping with its special attack, and Drum Beating Rock Tomb solid coverage moves. Confuse Ray is always nice too. Sucrose's Jirachi has Mummy, which will cause any Pokemon that touches it to also gain Mummy. Aspear Berry probably won't come in handy unless it manages to get frozen, which is unlikely, and because of that, Acrobatics won't be doing that much damage. Sandstorm's okay because it is in fact a Steel type, and it will help Lunatone a bit with the special defense boost, but doesn't help the rest of its team at all. Solar Beam's okay, a little annoying to set up, and Steel Beam is pretty cool on a Jirachi. It is 2-turn move, but that'll be insane. Okidogi has Steelworker with no steel moves, a Cassid Berry while not being weak to Ghost, and a pretty bad moveset, only having Hyper Voice with its bad special attack. At least it's got a special attack investment, but it's not going to be doing much. Lunatone has Slow Start, which lowers its attack and speed. So while it's a special attacker, that attack boost will nerf the Poison Jab, but it won't hurt Synchronoise or Eruption. Pecha Berry will proc if it gets poisoned. Synchronoise is a pretty cool move to have though. It'll hurt rock types and do a little bit to psychic types, but it's not going to have any effect if the Pokemon's not a rock or psychic type, as Lunatone is using the move. Eruption will be insane if it hasn't taken much damage, however, Slow Start means it's likely to take a hit before getting that off. Enamorous Therian has Serene Grace, which allows the energy special defense drop to rise from 10% to 20%. The Patea Berry will boost its special attack if it's only got a quarter health left. With its really good special attack, it has Energy Ball and Overdrive to take advantage of. Solar Blade will be a bit annoying if it gets selected, but Teeter Dance can confuse the opponent. Sucrose's Electivire has Magic Bounce, which can bounce back certain status moves, and also Wise Glasses, which will boost the special attack, which helps with Steam Eruption and Searing Shot. It's 2 attacking moves that it has. Light Screen's always nice for the team, and Growl can lower some attack. Charlotte's Dondozo has Heat Proof, so it's not taking damage to fire moves. Chople Berry is not going to help as it's not weak to fighting. Electro Web can lower speed on the opposing team. Thief can't steal an item because it's not going to be able to get rid of the Chople Berry. Bulk Up will help with Spectral Thief, which can steal stat boosts from the opponent, which is pretty cool. Charlotte's Palafin Hero has Solar Power, which if Sunny Day was to be activated, would boost its special attack by 1.5. Unfortunately, it would take damage, but that would make this very scary, especially if it uses Inferno in the sun. It also helps Bubble Beam not get nerfed by the sun, which would be active. Pasho Berry is not useful as it's not weak to water. Scary Face and Cotton Guard are also moves that it has stat raising and lowering. Venomoth has Tangling Hair, which will lower the speed of any Pokemon that touches it. It also has Grip Claw, which doesn't help with any of its moves, and in fact hurts Acrobatics as it's not going to be able to get rid of it. Acrobatics is just as useful as Peck, which it also has. Lash Out probably won't do much, and Helping Hand is useless. So this is an unfortunate Venomoth set. Charlotte's Exploud has Chlorophyll, also boosted in the sun, but won't be able to activate it. Papaya Berry is useless, it's not weak to Psychic. Growl can lower attack. Beak Blast is pretty cool, could get a burn off on the opponent if it takes damage during the charge turn. Thunder to maybe get a paralysis, but also has a high chance to miss. And Acid Spray, which can lower the special defense to help Thunder do a bit more damage. This Expert also has the investment to help with the special attacking moves. Charlotte's Cursula has Poison Touch, which means if a Pokemon touches the Cursula, it has a 30% chance of being poisoned. And it also has Poison Fang, which has a decently high chance of poisoning the opponent on hit as well. That Pecha Berry on Sucrose's Lunatone could come in handy against this Cursula. This Cursula also has Clangorous Soul and Boom Burst, combined with an already very high special attack. That is going to hurt. Block won't be doing much, or the Sharp Beak. Charlotte's Masquerain has Keen Eye, allowing that Bright Powder to not affect Masquerain. Air Balloon's useless as it's already a flying type. It also has Scary Face, Round, and Mega Drain, which chip in a little bit now and then, a little bit of healing, but won't be doing that much. Charlotte is currently 3-0, defeating 3 people who are still in the tournament, while Sucrose is 2-0, defeating 2 people who are no longer in the tournament. So Charlotte has the scarier history. The speed tiers fairly balanced. However, Lunatone, while going from the 7th fastest Pokemon, goes all the way down to the slowest Pokemon due to having slow start. If it gets rid of that though, it goes back up, but with a lot of switching going on in this format, likely to stay at the bottom. Charlotte's Palafin Hero has 7 kills, Sucrose's Jirachi has 6, and Charlotte's Xcloud has 5 across their matches. Sucrose's Jirachi and Enamorus account for 3/4 of her KOs so far, while Charlotte's Palafin Hero and Xcloud account for 2/3 of her kills so far. However, if you add the Cursela's 3 kills in, that's 5/6 of her team's kills across the 3 games. And the battle begins. Sucrose sends out Enamorus while Charlotte sends out Xcloud. Xcloud goes for Growl, while Enamorus goes for Teeter Dance. The Xcloud is now confused and misses the Thunder on the Enamorus. That would have been big. Teeter Dance fails as it was already confused, but it immediately snaps out and lowers the attack of Enamorus again. Enamorus gets an Overdrive off, doing some decent damage before it switches over to Palafin to take a super effective Energy Ball. Gets a Scary Face off, harshly lowering the speed, but another Energy Ball comes from the Enamorus and takes out the Palafin so early in the game. Venomoth is now confused. Enamorus tanks the hit from the Venomoth. Another Acrobatics. Venomoth can't do much to Enamorus, but Enamorus switches over to Braviary as the Venomoth snaps out, does 2% to the Braviary with Peck. Takes a super effective Rock Tomb, gets the speed lowered, Magnet Bomb comes in, Venomoth can't do anything, and it's just dead. Wow, that is so fast. Masquerain comes in, 4 times weak to Rock, switches immediately to Dondozo, but the Braviary also switches out over to Okidogi. To lower the attack of the Dondozo for the Thief to do absolutely nothing. Masquerain comes back in, gets its attack lowered with Baby Doll Eyes. The Braviary comes back onto a round from Masquerain, but immediately switches over to Lunatone. Slow start is active. Round's did like 9% to Lunatone. Cursela comes in as the gravity gets set up, so all moves are 100% accuracy. That Boom Burst just did 50% to the Electivire, but the Steam Eruption burned the Cursela, and the Poison Fang gets the Toxic on the Electivire. This is crazy. Electivire is taking damage from Poison, Cursela is taking damage from Burn. Light Screen gets set up, but the Electivire goes down. Lunatone comes in next. Cursela comes back in. On the Eruption, a pretty healthy Lunatone does a lot of damage. Poison Fang from the Lunatone doesn't get the poison. Synchronize doesn't do anything. Cursela takes more burn damage, can't get a Clangorous Soul off because it's too damaged, and it goes down to a crit poison jab. Probably didn't matter. Dondozo comes in and gets a Bulk Up off as the gravity gets set back up. Dondozo immediately switches, so Xcloud's going to take a hefty amount from those attacks. The Xcloud gets poisoned. Charlotte is not having a good time against Sucrose's team. The Xcloud kid just keeps growling, and now it's dead to a Rock Tomb. It's 2v5 now. Dondozo's back in. Braviary switches back out to Okidogi. Okidogi's Hyper Voice doesn't do much to the Dondozo though. Seems like a stall bit. Enamorus now comes in. Takes a sizable amount of damage from the Spectral Thief. The Solar Blade is getting set up. The Electro Web is super effective and lowers speed, which allows Dondozo to outspeed, but it doesn't take out the Enamorus as the special attack goes up and the Solar Blade lands. The Dondozo switches, but so does the Enamorus. Baby Doll Eyes lowers attack, and Scary Face lowers speed. Mega Drain. Masquerain doesn't have anything to heal yet. Now it would. And it heals like 3% with the Mega Drain as the Okidogi sets up a withdraw. Like gets its speed lowered even further. Dondozo comes back in now as the Okidogi just keeps withdrawing to increase its defenses. Gets the Hyper Voice off, does a bit of damage. Round comes in, also does a bit of damage. Another withdraw. Dondozo is back in now on the Hyper Voice, does a bit of damage. Thief does like nothing. Laser Focus from the Okidogi, it's gonna hit its next attack, but I'm pretty sure its attacks. The Dondozo Spectral Thief steals the 3 times defense. Doesn't help against the Hyper Voice though. Sets up a bulk up as the Okie Dokie starts setting up defenses, but the Dondozo just switches out with the defense boosts. Masquerade's attack's lowered, Okie Dokie's round is low, Enamorus is low on the Sky Drop from the Masquerade, but the Enamorus is immune to it. I guess because it's already flying? Solar Blade just kills the Dondozo. It's just the Masquerade left. Uses Mega Drain, but that's resisted. Overdrive, super effective, and a crit takes out the Masquerade, and Sucrose wins 5-0.